Pokemon Philosopher, Chapter 4, Part 6, True Persona. So the last episode of the Evil Team arc, which I think makes this
So,
the
let me
shortest
get this
arc, but I
straight.
might be wrong.
That boarding school player went to a while ago, you mean to tell me that he was becoming an agent for iPad this whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry about
we didn't
that.
tell you sooner. I mean, we were going to, after we solved this case anyway. Our discoveries made us as busy as it was, so yeah, sorry, but hey, you know now.
So you know about iPad.
Of course, player. I'm the Pokemon League champion. It's my right to know about
I
these
therefore
sort of
know
things.
everything.
Like it's my right to ask you why you chose player of all people. You could have chosen anyone else, but why him? Well, we needed a man on the inside. Someone native to the region, just starting off their journey. You know, the perfect candidate.
Yeah.
Plus, he volunteered. Said he wanted to be like his older sister.
Eh?
But he has done well in the academy, and that's not to mention the smashing job he's been doing helping us out with these cases. He's quite talented. Gets that from you, you know? Well,
I sure hope
I
your
guess I can be proud of
older
that,
sister
but
doesn't end up being
all
the
the
final
same,
boss.
I do feel a little betrayed, player, especially since you didn't tell me. It wasn't his fault, he was just following orders. And like I said, we did intend to tell you eventually.
We're gonna get around to it.
This from
How's
you.
September sound?
You know, cover, classified, all that sort of stuff. Anywho, we're almost done here. Just have to wait for William to give us our info, and hopefully we can get to the bottom of this. Yeah, and find out what the heck's going on with Enzo. Ah, there
How
he is.
you doing?
So, Sport, what's the scoop? Well, I've freshened up on what the situation may be, but that's the only good news I have. If I'm correct, then, well, it looks like we're in deep trouble.
That's
And
bad.
this is something that goes far beyond that Alchemon case you guys have been working on.
Or
Well,
worked
tell us
on.
then, kid. What the heck's going on here? What's wrong with Enzo? Well, if you don't mind, ladies and gentlemen, you might want to sit down.
Okay,
Tell
here
me,
we go.
Are you aware of the story of the Mirror Gate? I have.
Vaguely,
It's a
yeah.
local legend around here. Heck, it was even being told in that cathedral back in Rebelland. I'm unfamiliar. What's this story about? Allow me to explain.
Here we go.
Many years ago, the place we know today as the Woods of Dunkel covered most of the region. There
Naturally.
were very few settlements, one of which stood right next to what is now known as Neotropolis.
Okay.
The story goes that its townsfolk were very spiritual, and one day they received what they claimed was a message from God, Arceus, promising them sanctuary if he could do them one great favor. He commanded that they build a stone monolith across a river, one that was perfectly shaped so its reflection would complete the other half, forming a perfect circle. And so they did.
Okay.
It took them years. When they were finally complete, Arceus made another request. Or so they said anyway.
Now destroy that thing.
In order
It's
for the
ugly.
gate to be opened and give them sanctuary, they would require 100 men with a single common goal, and one Pokemon that was worth 100. They already had the men, they just needed to look for the Pokemon. And so they did. The Pokemon they found was claimed to be a giant phoenix of fire, theorized to be a Moltres.
I was gonna be Moltres or Ho-Oh.
After their successful capture, the
Catching
men
a
brought
legendary, no
everything
big
together.
deal. Use
But
the Master
too late
Ball.
did they realize their message was not from Arceus at all.
Uh-oh.
The gate opened. From it,
And the devil
some
came out.
mysterious beasts emerged. These monsters were unknown. The men were unsure if they were even Pokemon. But today, we
Ultra
theorize
Beasts.
them to be Ultra Beasts due to
Ah.
their otherworldly
Called.
nature. Whatever they were, they had tricked the humans in more ways than one. They didn't tell their captives that this requirement to open the gate was more than just gathering these pieces. It was a sacrifice. But before the men were forced to forfeit their lives,
Next time you hear a
the
voice in your
legendary
head,
Pokemon resisted
snuff
the
it
ritual
out.
long enough to break free and close the gate, trapping the monsters in our realm.
Great. So now there are a problem. Fantastic.
The Phoenix did not kill
The
the monsters,
leaders
though he
of
brutally
the
injured them.
organization
Killing them
are
would have
ultra
been too easy.
beasts.
Instead, he cursed them, taking away their intelligence, making their minds nothing more than almost mindless beasts. And the monsters would remain that way to the end of their days. As for the Mirror Gate, as it was called, due to the way it reflected itself within the water, it still remains here to this very day, as a warning to those who may seek a false prophecy.
Could we put it in like a
Okay,
museum or something, though?
I'm confused. What does that have to do with our scenario
Like, it
now?
just being out in the open just seems like
Well, Mom,
asking
if
for
you don't
trouble.
mind me saying so, there was one crucial part of the story Luker did leave out. With their fading breath as their minds turned to mush, the monsters claimed that they would rise again, in a form which no man or Pokemon could predict. Human blood. And so, that's exactly what happened. 100
returned
years
human.
later, and every 100 years since, those Pokemon have been reincarnated as humans, only to reawaken and attempt their plans once more, opening the gate. For what reasons, we're still theorizing today.
Let's destroy
Some
the
say
gate
it's to bring
then.
more of their kind to this realm. Others
Get them
say
right
it's
back
to
to
plunge
square
the world
one.
into eternal darkness. And whoa, wait. Are you saying that Enzo is some kind of incarnation of some monster?
That's very fucked up, very demented,
You're
and
kidding,
very
right?
twisted. I still don't think
wish
he's
I was.
more evil than Nicholas,
If
though.
so, we wouldn't have anything
But
to
certainly
fear.
a threat that we must take
But
out.
Tell me, was there
Enzo is the
anything
end of the world type of
traumatizing
evil.
or anything
Nicholas
bad
is the
going
type
on
of
in
evil
their
you
previous
want
hosts'
to lock in
lives?
prison forever.
Well, actually,
something,
yes,
I
I
don't
can
know.
confirm that.
Different levels of evil.
Terry, a former student of Sky University, was apparently going through some troubles due to his parents having a nasty divorce.
Oof,
It mustn't have been pleasant.
I imagine
Vanessa used to be a Pokemon Guildmaster in the Cryoto region.
Really?
She was described as being a very unpleasant person.
not. I imagine
I
so.
knew I recognized her from somewhere. Regardless, she only really cared about her research, which came back to bite her once she was rejected by the Scientific Council.
Huh.
After
But
that,
that
it
was science and
downhill for
magic.
her. And Enzo was going through a few health problems of his own. Being a Pokemon
And that
League
one woman
Four
who
member
wanted
wasn't
roasted
easy for it.
Pikachu? Oh no, she was always crazy.
Well, that's the trigger. Every new generation, once all four of them have passed, they'll be
His no
reincarnated
dramatic
as
backstory,
humans.
she's just
And
psycho.
once those humans suffer from the darkness within their heart, they are, well, they're fully taken over by their original personas. Unbelievable. But William, is there any way we can get them back? We can save them?
Beat them in a
Miss
Pokemon
Elizabeth,
battle.
I'm sorry, but their original personas were long taken over by the monsters. Enzo's original mind has been long since erased. Only the monster's conscience exists in his body now. Elizabeth,
There's no choice.
I am sorry. I really am. Let's just take care of this scenario before anyone else gets hurt.
Good call.
Agreed. William, do you know the location of the Mirror Gate now? Well, like I said, Mr. Luca, it should be somewhere on the outskirts of the city. Someplace in the Dunkel Woods?
And
You
that's
said
where
the
we'll
legendary
go.
Pokemon do this every 100 years. Well, that means every time they've done this so far, they've failed, but who's to say that they won't succeed this time around? We have to destroy that
We
gate
can't take
once and
that
for
chance.
all. Player, you're with me. Once
It
we're done with
stands to
that,
reason
I'll
that the
call
only
in
reason they failed
reinforcements
every
from
time is
iPad.
because
See if we can take care of
someone
these
stopped
three
them.
legendary
We'll have
monsters.
to be that person this time.
You'll have to take it from here. I think I need a minute.
Fair
Player,
enough.
take care of yourself. And Luker, take care of him, or I'm coming after you. Oh, don't you worry, Miss Big Bad Champion. You'll be the one taking care of me. Come on, player. I'll own Z.
I mean,
Wait
yeah,
a
I mean,
minute.
I've got the Pokemon, you don't.
3? No, that can't be right. According to the legends, there are 4 monster Pokemon.
That can't be good. Did we just forget about the other leader? Or am I missing something?
Oh, great. Back here once again.
What
and
a
at night,
twist.
too. It's my favorite. Love to go over the details about these woods, but I've already done so already.
You just run
and
into
we're on a
nighttime
schedule.
Pokemon.
So, real quick, here are the new fellas, and here are the old fellas. Feel free to catch them and or use them as fodder for training.
Yeah.
Because I believe we're going to need it at this point. I haven't been wrong before, and I heavily doubt that I'll be wrong now.
We're the
But hey,
narrator.
no
If
time
you're
to
wrong,
waste.
something's
Let's get
wrong.
to that gate and destroy it before it's too late.
Although it's very rare in stories where you see the narrator being wrong, but if you do, it's something that's a treat. It's like seeing Professor Paradox being wrong. It's like, whoa, even he's surprised. This is a big deal.
So, this is it, eh?
You know this
Wow.
place is important when it has
Those
that
are
as the
beautiful.
background.
It is a shame we have to destroy a piece of history, but it's for the greater good.
The
Player,
greater good.
Bring out
Stop
your
that!
Pokemon. Hit it with everything you've got. However
Everyone
this
come
ends,
out.
It ends today. Wait a minute. Get down!
Ooh. What happened? We didn't even do anything. Huh?
Ugh, confounded slave. You missed! No matter. You'll get plenty of other chances.
What's going on?
Egon? What the heck do you think you're doing, lad? You scared the heck out of us. You almost hit us.
Egon snapped.
Egon? Oh, so that must have been the name of my former host. I was wondering. And
No.
he's so young, too. He must have been through a lot, considering the time I was able to reawaken from him.
Egon's gone.
Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Not you two, kid. Not you. Egon, if you're in there, please, fight it. This being has no control over
There's nothing
you.
left. It's
You
too
silence!
late.
The person of who you speak is no longer here. I am the new and improved Egon. I am Egon, the Great One, the Grim. And you are standing upon sacred grounds. Leave or be destroyed.
Not if we destroy you first.
Is that our warning now, is it? Well, fine. Here's your warning. You let the
Eat or
original
be
Egon come
eaten.
back and leave this place so we can destroy that gate. Or you're in for the battle of your life. You call that a threat? That's a joke. You know that? There is nothing left to bring back of the original Egon. Face it. He's
And
gone.
so try to put him through
And
physical
considering
torture.
he was so young,
Then
worthless.
Nicholas put him through
I'm putting this
mental
body to
torture,
better use.
Which is
But I would
arguably
be
far
happy
more
to oblige
destructive.
the fight of your life, if you don't mind. Because your lives will be ending soon enough. For the sake of the prophecy. Team Prophecy!
I won't let you beat me. Damn. You didn't deserve this. But now we're forcing this. Fine.
Go, my slaves! Rip him to pieces! To battle! Absol!
Nope.
I don't know
If it was a
how
Mega
you
Absol,
lower life
maybe.
forms battle with these things. They're all useless.
Then why have them at
That'll
all?
have to do for now. Let's go, pirate! Just because
Is
this
this
is an
an- yeah,
important battle doesn't
like-
mean there isn't time for new
Like,
Pokemon.
wait.
Pyrats
Have we
is
seen
the
him before?
captain Pokemon, and a
No, it's
split
evolved from a
evolution of the
Watchog
regional variant
thing.
of Patrat. It's a very hard evolution to get as well,
I'd imagine
requiring
so.
the Pokemon to be leveled up 10 times without fainting. Only then will
That's
it evolve
hard unless
into
you have the experience
Pirates
share.
instead of Scallyflag.
Ooh, it's a
As the name
different
implies,
kind of
they are the
evolution.
captains of their
Interesting.
scurvy crews, commanding legions of Patrat and
cross evolution or
Scallyflags
something
to
like
do
that?
their bidding.
Eh.
They can get a
Branching
little crazy,
evolution.
but they're remarkably intelligent, able to command their colonies with precision and excellency. In case that isn't enough, however, they have a unique ability called Colony Command, which, once the Pokemon is brought out, it will call upon the rest of its scurvy crew to show the opponent just who's the bigger man.
Avast scurvy dogs. Ooh, Chibus.
Yeah, sorry about that. No rat poison's gonna be able to take care of this fella now. At worst, the colony's throne form will scare off trainers and smaller
This
Pokemon.
is the freaking
But if they have to,
wishy-washy
Pyrat will
swarm
command their
form,
legion to
the
drown
schooling
their victims
ability
in
thing,
their
basically.
own kin. In the end,
I like
as
the
their
little
enemies
flags.
are
That's a nice
suffocated by the
detail.
hordes of Patract, Pyrat will be seen laughing on top of its throne. This Pokemon has a new signature move called Rat Cannon, which launches some of the Patract at the enemy. Though not that strong, it does leave behind lingering damage and prevents the opponent from switching out. The catch being is that it also takes away some of the Pokemon's health, which it needs in order to maintain this form. If you manage to get it down to the red, then the Pokemon is all on its own.
And then you use a super potion on it.
I guess there's no strength in numbers after all. Ah,
You still got 3 Mons left.
Gengar!
Yeah, Odie but a Goldie.
That's what I get for sticking with a status quo. Oh well, I'll try something a bit more unique now. Your time to shine, Brightergeist!
You.
Oh, so that was the Pokemon he had out earlier.
Yep.
Brightergeist is the morning Pokemon, and it's the final evolved form of Paling. If you want it
Interesting.
yourself, you
So
can evolve
time
it
is
from
becoming a
Nightmare
wedding
by
dress.
exposing it to a moonstone. The countless
Interesting.
lonely nights have made the spirit bitter. If disturbed, it will unleash an ear-piercing scream that will shatter the
It'll
souls
be the only
of those
good
who
part
hear
of
it.
Great
Will not
Expectations,
rest
that
until it
terrible,
finds its
terrible
lost
book.
lover, condemning them the way it was condemned
In
by
my
them.
opinion.
These Pokemon gain access to a new signature move called Mournful Wail, a powerful ghost-type move that even hits normal-type Pokemon, so be careful.
Even normal types aren't safe? I guess that makes sense, though. I mean, fighting types have ways to hit
Either
ghosts,
these
so I guess only
slaves
for
are
the other way
useless,
around. Something
or
like
this
foresight
Egon
and
was a
stuff like
pathetic
that.
trainer before I took over. No matter.
Want to
I
love
still
this
have
Pokemon,
one last trick
not
up my
fight
sleeve.
with them.
Drudiclips, do not disappoint me!
Oh boy. Oh my
Well,
god.
this is interesting. A brand new type of Alcamon. I
I'll
wonder when
say.
Egon managed to get this. Anyway,
Umbreon and
Drudiclips
Druddigon.
is Project Duality, and a very
No,
rare
Umbreon,
Alcamon
Espeon.
created from
How to become a
3
Druddigon
components
too?
instead of 2.
It took
The
3.
attempt was
Druddigon.
to create the first gimmick Alcamon by combining the dark and psychic powers of Umbreon and Espeon
Nicholas,
with Druddigon's
what
brute
did you
strength.
do?
The result? Well, not only does the Alcamons show little to no abilities from its evolution
It's a light and
counterparts,
darkness
but
dragon.
its 2 drastically different components are shown clashing with one another, giving the Pokemon Violet mood swings and a split
I think
personality.
they start beating each other
On
up.
the plus side, though, its ability, Alchemy Shift, makes it unique amongst most Alcamon, so it sort of paid off.
I guess.
It still acts a little bit like Alchemy Boost.
I guess it means like
Only when the Pokemon's on the field, it will constantly switch its secondary typing with Dark and Psychic at the end of every turn.
I
Similar
see.
to Morpeko. So yeah,
Interesting.
definitely be careful with this thing. It's one of the toughest Alcamon you've probably faced
I
yet.
believe it, just looking at it.
Well, if you want something done right, you
Do-
better do it yourself.
Get someone else. Want something done right. Never
It's
mind.
over, whoever you are.
You've already
Now bring back
lost.
Egon and stand aside.
You
Whatever
can't.
you and your colleagues are planning, it won't work. We will stop you. Don't get cocky because you've wiped out all of my slaves. I've told you, old man. The original Egon is gone. There's nothing left to save. You should have helped him while you had the chance. Otherwise, you may have been able to stop me, or at least prolong me from reawakening longer. But it looks like your ignorance was your own doing. Now, you've already repeated your threat, so here's mine.
Leave now, and you may live to survive the new world.
Egon. Ah.
Okay, I think we got away.
It's using,
I don't like
it's using Ultra
leaving
Beasts
just as
better
much
than
as you do,
freaking Sun and
player,
Moon
but-
did. And Sun and Moon invented the Ultra Beasts.
If those stories are true, then I don't want to risk what these monsters could be capable of. Oh, Arceus. Oh, Arceus, what have I done?
Give me strength. Are you alright?
I'm fine, player. It's just...
It's gone forever.
Am I kidding?
It's not fine.
Under all the chaos, under everything that was happening, I should have helped him.
How would you?
Couldn't. If only I had saw this coming. Could I have actually prevented this? Could we have stopped that innocent boy from being taken over by that... monster, Pokemon, Ultra Beast, whatever it was?
Probably, but we wouldn't know that it would come to this.
I promised him I'd try to help him,
You didn't
try to
wanna
get him
believe.
some help him. I failed. That thing is right. I should have done this while I had the chance!
Imagine Egon just snapped Nicholas's
But that's the
neck
thing
and
about
left.
this job, player. Something you're gonna have to accept is that you can't always save everyone. Remember that.
It's a harsh fact of life, but it's true. So now what?
Now, we prepare. We end it all. Enough research gathering, enough preserving from the shadows. It's time we meet up with Sarah, and it's time we put an end to this. Professor Nicholas, the Alchemon, Team Prophecy, it all ends. Meet me back at the museum when you're ready, player. It's time we organize a plan
And
to put a
begin the
stop to
final
this
arc.
once and for all.
Your game has been saved. Damn right it has. One more arc to go. See you in the final chapter. Alright. Rest in peace, Egon, I guess, and all the people that were possessed. I thought there was going to be the freaking lady who was obsessed with Rose Pikachu was going to be one of the Ultra Beast ladies, but I guess they're just an extra. Meh. Or maybe I'm just remembering and she was a gym leader or something. Meh. Nicholas. Egon wants to destroy the world, and these humans are nothing more than slaves. He's truly a monster. I still don't know. I still have to debate whether or not it's more of a debate than Nicholas is, because it's one wants to essentially destroy the world and humanity, but the other one is a monster who I genuinely hate. So we're kind of in a tizzy. Although, of course, we do need to stop Enzo and his team. That much is guaranteed. But we'll worry about Nicholas. We'll worry about Nicholas. The Ultra Beast twist is an interesting one. And them thinking they're trying to serve Arceus, when it turns out, no, you're serving Ultra Beast. Want to just ruin Earth. They were stopped, but now they keep trying to do it over and over again. Now we have to stop them. Maybe try to break this cycle. Egon is gone. He was a nice kid too, just given a really rough life. But sometimes it's how life is. It just keeps beating you down again and again and again. You just don't have time to a chance to recover. Maybe he can be brought back. Maybe it's a case of just like, well, technically it's only. I mean, he only recently transformed, so maybe it's not gone, but, you know, I don't know. The kid didn't deserve this. No one deserves this. Now we just got more to deal with. Gotta stop this evil team once and for all before they try to do their evil schemes. We're going to do that in the final chapter, so that's something to look forward to. It's all going to come to a head next week, and the week after that, and the week after that, so go ahead and check out the final parts in your own time. Of course, go check out us Good Night, blah blah blah, other YouTuber stuff. I'm looking forward to see what happens next. I'm invested as Code. I'm really interested. So let's see what happens. And, yeah. Later.